Hall of Famer. There it is. There it is. There is the evidence.
Wow.
And Darragh MacAnthony and I both walked by you and both agreed you look fitter than ever.
14 still, I'm a cruiserweight though.
Yeah, you'd still do damage at cruiserweight, no bother at all.
I'll take a few on still.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you still getting the phone calls, Carl? Are you going to fight somebody?
Do you know
You're
what?
going to fight this guy, fight that guy?
Yesterday, I got a message off my good friend David Hay. It was a WhatsApp message saying, "Do you want to fight Christmas time, December, exhibition, whoever you want?" I won't tell you how much money, but it was 7 figures. It was in dollars. I said, no, we need it in sterling. Just 'cause it's a bit more.
ABC always be closing.
But he's, I don't know what he's doing out in Saudi around the Christmas time. But yeah, there's been a little off. I don't know. So a little exclusive for you.
And
there.
this was yesterday.
Yesterday, I got the message off the Haymaker.
And we would immediately know who it is. Who you're talking about.
He said to me, fight who you want, fight a journeyman, a bomb.
Or fight who you want.
It's an exhibition underneath whatever's happening. I don't know if one of these YouTubers like KSI or someone's on the top of the bill, but I'm just there to, I don't know. Does the Cobra make up the numbers? The Hall of Fame? I don't think so.
Would you play second fiddle to a YouTuber
Listen,
like
mate,
that?
if it's big bunts for a little steady number, then it's just...
Happy days.
Would you fight a YouTuber?
Of course I would, especially Jake Paul. I'd love to iron him out. El Sparker. He won't fight me though, would he? Let's
No
be honest.
chance.
So you would do it? You would do
Mate,
it?
if it made... Listen, I'd never disrespect the sport and say I'm going to come back and fight somebody who's a real professional fighter.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I retired at 36 years old for a reason. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I could have maybe had 1 or 2 more if I'd have really knuckled down. But I've got 3 kids. We know why I retired, on the crest of that wave at Wembley Stadium with all them people. We talked about it earlier. I think there was 80,000 there. And that's why I got out on the top. And I retired a champion and lived the rest of my life a champion.
Excellent. Listen, we're closing in on Joshua against White. 2.5 weeks away now. Is it a difficult one for you to call, or can you call it right now for us?
I think Anthony Joshua does the job. I think I think he should. I think he's just got more in the locker than White. Physical attributes, where he is mentally, needs to improve. But I think changing his trainers and the way he's talking, and he's having a little go back in it at people like me and Sam and Jordan. And is he having a go at you as well? I'm not sure.
No, so far nothing. No, nothing. But
you can't pay Jay, are you?
They've bitten back at you, have they?
Yeah, why not? Listen,
the AJ Cam. What have you been saying about him?
I've just been talking the truth. You can look it up, whatever. I'm not going to go into specifics, but I just talk the truth like I always do. I'm honest. I stand by my convictions. I think AJ needs to sort his head out in the White fight, and if he does, I think he can get a real spectacular win.
But by saying that, you don't think his head is right?
Well, based on his last 3 performances, no, I don't think it is. I lost to Usyk, another loss to Usyk, and then a run and hide job against Franklin, a limited performance. Maybe he was working on his boxing skills, maybe he was working on timing, changed his trainer, working on a few things. But come on, get in range, let some punches go, put some combination punches together, show us what you've got, show us you mean business. There was none of that. So
I mean, the AJ Cam, some of them think you've got an agenda against their man. Have you?
Listen, I set the record straight on my YouTube channel, Froch on Fighting, the best channel in the business.
We're all plugging YouTube today.
Don't forget about my podcast, RANT.com.
Don't forget about that. But I set the record straight. I've got no beef with him at all. None. I only want the best for Anthony Joshua and Dylan White and all the English fighters. I've got nothing against Usyk, nothing against Deontay Wilder. We want them belts, them heavyweight title belts, to stay in England. We want a unification fight at some point.
Yeah. Did you say that Joshua disrespected his former trainer Rob McCracken?
Yeah, I mentioned that. I thought it was in bad taste.
You did.
Well, Rob McCracken took him to... Well, he got him his amateur fight card back when it was a bit sketchy for him, without going into details. And then he went on to an Olympic gold medal in London 2012. And then on from that, he won, what did he do? 2, 3 world titles, 10 world title fights back to back. He's wasted time with Rob McCracken. Look at what you've achieved under Rob McCracken. Show some respect. That's all I said.
Is this career defining for Joshua, potentially, this fight?
Career defining. I mean, he climbed off the canvas against Klitschko in a great fight where he got decked and then, come back to win, albeit against an old Klitschko who had been sat on the sofa for 18 months, but he still did the job. So I don't know if it's career defining, but it could be career ending, so maybe it is defining.
Never.
Because if he loses to White now, no one's going to take him seriously. And that's no disrespect to White, but White really did scrape a performance that a lot of people disagreed with against Jermaine Franklin. So if AJ can't go in there really and do a demolition job, or at least put on a real excellent one-sided performance against White, you've got to question his future, haven't you?
I think he took this fight because he wants to find out if he's ready for Wilder. I think he honestly, he didn't want to go into the Wilder fight. I think he's looking in the mirror going, I have to take him out in 3 or 4 rounds.
The man in the mirror moment. I love it.
It is, I do. I think this is the 2 roads. You got road A, knock out White inside of 3-4 rounds, because that'll be a war. I think it'll be a good fight. and then he's back and he can go into Wilder, and that'll be another battle because you've got two heavyweights who knock each other out. He wins them two, he's back. He's got a chance. He's in that conversation.
Yeah.
If he loses on points against White, or he pukes the ring and he's poor like he was last time out, it's done. He's done. And if you say he won a split decision against White, is anyone really going to want to see him against Wilder? Wilder will destroy him. I watched Wilder and Fury in Vegas. Love the fight. Wilder's, he's exciting. He's unpredictable. As good as Fury is.
Which one? You're talking about the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Unbelievable. I watched 2 out of the 3 live. The last one in Vegas, unbelievable. And Wilder just has that. He brings that to the arena. You just don't know what's going to happen. Me and the wife are going after 3 rounds. Jeez, this Fury's killing him. And then bang. And it's just.
You're right, though, Darragh. It was super exciting.
Yeah, it's now or never for him.
Carl, what's the more exciting prospect? Joshua White or Fury Ngannou? I mean, what's going to pull in more numbers?
I had to think if that was a joke shop question, a trick question. Well, listen,
what do you think of Fury
for the boxing
fighting
fan,
this
Joshua
MMA guy?
White, the Fury fight for me is not a boxing match.
No,
it's
rubbish.
Like I said last week, it's Rocky Balboa against Thunderlips. It's an exhibition. So you're going to sit down, you're going to have a look at it, you're going to enjoy it, but it's not boxing, is it? It's not professional boxing. So
I mean, Frank Warren, apparently you upset Frank Warren by saying that you had a real dig at Fury for fighting this guy.
Listen, and I also said if somebody offered me 50 million quid to fight in a fight like that, I'd take it. So, but just be honest about it. Talk about it like what it is. Don't tell us it's a great fight and it's a game changer. Just say it's a gap filler. It's massive money for AJ towards the end of his Tyson Fury towards the end of his career. And tune in if you want, have a look at it and have a bit of fun. But it's not serious professional boxing, and it's potentially damaging the sport a little bit.
It begs the question: is your sport in a good place right now with fights like this? Then,
well, listen, it's only the big names and the top guns that are able to command this sort of money over in Saudi for this kind of an event, if you like. It's not happening really regular, and I think everybody now knows after Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul that these YouTubers and exhibition type fighters, the crossover fighters, don't belong in a professional boxing ring with professionals. And it brings in a whole new audience. So,
but you've just said you were going with Jake Paul.
Absolutely, of course I would. I'm going to get free money for fighting somebody who can lace my boots. Who's not going to take that?
He'd think that's morally wrong, so don't even.
He wants to manage it. Don't worry about that.
No, he's on his horse again.
On the subject of morals, we've spoken a lot in the last few weeks about Saudi Arabia. We had a big debate about Jordan Henderson a couple of days last week and his move. Doesn't seem like boxers get the same scrutiny for going to fight in Saudi Arabia as footballers are getting for going to ply their trade there. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. What about the golf players with Live Golf?
Exactly.
He's gone out there, and someone I know from Nottingham, Lee Westwood. I mean, he went out there, and a few of them got heavily criticised. Now they've all joined forces. So.
But the boxers seem to have got away with it to a certain extent compared to footballers and golfers.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's a lot more football fans, a lot more golf fans, and they get a bit more attention than professional boxing. They always have done. They always nick the headlines. So
right.
I think if they was doing it more regular and more professional boxers were doing this, then we'd get more stick.
But you'd be happy to take the Saudi dough and go and fight over there. You've said
listen. I boxed Mikkel Kessler the first fight in Denmark. I'll go through this quick. The second, I had the rematch at the O2 Arena. He beat me in the first fight. I beat him in the second fight. If I was offered to have a trilogy with Mikkel Kessler, so best of 3, a year after that fight at the O2, when I won the rematch, if they said to me, right, you can have a trilogy with Kessler, it's a great fight, 2 world titles, whatever it was, WBC, WBA, IBF, whatever I had at the time. And the crowd's going to love it, TV are going to love it, and you're going to earn Sky pay-per-view money, just to coin a figure, let's just say it was 5 million quid. Which is a decent pay-per-view fight on Sky. Or you can go to Saudi, fight somebody who couldn't lace your boots and can't even... You're going to have to hold him up, really, and take your time with him. It's like a sparring session. And you're going to earn 50 million quid. What do you think I'm going to say? what would anybody say?
There's no debate.
No, because money talks, like it does in the Western world.
Yeah, fair enough. You had a swipe at Joshua last week. You had a swipe at Fury for taking on the MMA fella. Would you take any of it back from what you said last week, Carl?
Absolutely not. I stand by my conviction. I'm honest. I mean, I've got integrity, and when I speak from the heart. So I take nothing back.
No agenda against AJ?
No agenda against AJ at all, no.
Fair enough.
Just the truth. Listen, if the truth hurts, then either put earplugs in or come back with something against my criticism, my constructive criticism.